This is the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast, and I'm your host, Trudy Simmons from the Daisy Chain Group, providing platforms and opportunities for businesswomen to be seen and heard. This platform is for the women entrepreneurs that want to hear the real stories of what it takes to be yourself and run a business with all the different hats that you might have to wear. Come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration, and monthly masterclasses for you to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. These are the platforms to hear and share the stories of the tenacious, the rebellious, and the resilient women that are working towards the future that they build for themselves and their families. Hello and welcome to the Shine On You Crazy Daisy podcast. And today I am thrilled and excited to introduce you to Siobhan Fox from Reveal Marketing. Siobhan, thank you so much for being involved in Shine You Crazy Daisy Volume 4 and for doing the podcast. Please tell us about your business.
Well, firstly, thanks for the opportunity. So my business, Reveal Marketing, I help my clients to figure out the marketing strategy that they need to achieve their goals, whatever they are. Might be exiting the business, might be launching something new, breaking into a new market. So whatever they need to do, I give them the strategy and the tools to get it done. Brilliant.
Now, there's tools and strategies to get it done, but what is your measure of success?
My own personal measure is stable mental health. That's how I measure my business. But I do encourage people to measure their own businesses in a way that makes sense for them, not always necessarily. Why
did that become your measure of success? Did you have different ones before that you then changed?
Well, in the corporate world, it was just money, 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 promotion, money, 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 promotion, bonus. And after I had a kid, turns your world 180 degrees and suddenly everything looks different. So I set up my business to work 3 days a week and spend 2 with him to I don't believe in work-life balance. They don't always balance, but at least blend them together.
Nice. So let's talk about when you did first become a mum, what that really looked like for you and your career.
It was like someone dropped a bomb on it. I don't think there's enough support or chat even about what return to work can be like. I didn't think I could afford to do part-time, but going back full-time, it broke me. I was so far away. I was commuting 2 hours each way. I was so far away from my son. It's like I wanted to have a little bit of space from him, but it was like too much space all at once.
So how did that actually feel, and how did that manifest in how you reacted at work and what?
Oh, awful. I used to have a scheduled cry every morning on the train. So I didn't used to put my contact lenses and makeup on. I dropped him off. I sat on the train on the floor because you can't get a seat from Winchester. The thousands of pounds you pay, you can't get a seat. So I used to sit on the floor next to the train bog and have a good hard cry, get it all out, and then I would make myself up for the day. But there was a lot of crying in toilets. There was a lot of looking at other mums going, how do you seem to be managing this? Like, I'm dying inside being away from him. It ended up with a big anxiety, burnout, just the worst anxiety I've ever had. I got ill a lot to start with. I got burning mouth syndrome. I mean, right. Who's even heard of that? Where my whole tongue felt like hot molten lava and I couldn't eat. And then, after a few viruses and that, then just anxiety so bad that I couldn't leave the house. I just lay on the sofa all day. It was awful, really awful.
I really want to thank you for talking about it, because I do think that you're right, that I'm not a mum myself, but I do see it in friends where they go, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. And they're trying to work a 4-day job and look after a couple of children and do all the other things that are expected. It's really revealing, real marketing, for you to talk about it and to let other people know that there is another side of it. You do come through it, but that time must have been really hard for you.
Yeah, I think it's just that feeling of like, I've been through so much to make a small human being who I've wanted for so long, and then I'm paying someone else to bring him up because how else do I earn money? And it just doesn't feel like there's another way. And I think I'm one of those people who likes to tell people getting pregnant or having kids, there is another way. You don't have to do it the way that you think you do. There is a way to have all of the things that you want. One of my clients, actually, on my mentoring program last year, she said to me, I really want to try for a kid, but I can't have a baby and a business. And I was like, mate, you absolutely can. I'm living proof. We're going to make it happen for you. And it has.
Wow.
The business, she's grown the business while she's pregnant. She's had her baby, and I know that she's going to get back to it and be able to have all the things that she wants. And I think I needed to see somebody like me making it happen. And I think that's why, if you are making it happen, shouting about it is really important. People need to know that they don't need to run themselves into the ground.
Right. And talking of that, one of your biggest lessons or one of your biggest learnings was that you decided that you didn't want to just trade time for money. So how have you done that, and how did you come to that realization?
Yeah, that was working with a business coach. I'm like, well done, past me. I didn't even know how great a decision it was at the time. But yeah, her program was called Success Without Sacrifice, this business coach I work with. And it was all about, automating stuff to be more efficient, templating it, which reminded me I loved processes and systems and geeky stuff and spreadsheets. God, I love a spreadsheet. And it was like, package up your pricing, just, solve a problem, make it clear what that problem is, and charge an amount of money that makes sense for solving that problem. How long it takes you to do that is nobody's business but yours. And I think the freelancer model is all day rate, hourly rate. And I'd slipped into that when I started. And again, that's why I shout about there is another way. You can charge differently. You can have multiple income streams. There's lots of different things you can do. But yeah, my biggest thing I always say to people is when you feel like you need to do more, you don't. Like, the way to grow your business is not to spend more time on it. And I still catch myself going, oh, but if I just did a few more hours, and I'm always like, nope, put it down, walk away.
It is a massive lesson. I remember being in corporate, and a general manager said to me, just stop work at 5. I said, I can't do that. The whole company will fold without my being here for 15 hours a day. He said, just stop doing it. And I was more productive in the time that I had than being busy but getting nothing done. But no, I love that thinking. If there was one lesson that you had that you want every entrepreneur to learn, what would it be? Is it that?
Yeah, I think that there's a power in making the container for your work smaller. If you make the container smaller, you will just get better at prioritizing. You won't waste time. You don't have any time for shiny object syndrome. But people who have, no other commitments and can work 5 days a week will just end up working weekends, but they won't get any further ahead because they've got loads of time to try all the things. And so, yeah, I always say to people, like, if you really want to grow your business, make the container smaller, because you'll get better at what you're doing, but you'll also then have time to rest and walk outside and see friends and do all the things you need to do to nourish yourself. Because we, as our own employee, we treat ourselves really badly. And I'm always like, treat your one employee like a king, and then you'll be, like a queen, and then you'll be amazed at what your business can do.
Wow, that's powerful. I like that. Thank you for that little reminder this morning. What's your favorite piece of business software?
Oh, I discovered Zapier last year or the year before, and it basically connects all the things to all the other things. So whatever platforms you use, email, CRM, anything that you've got, accounting software, it will link them all together. So for instance, I need to set them all up because I've just changed all my services, but in theory you can go onto my website, book a call, and that goes into your diary. It triggers an invoice, it triggers a welcome pack, and that's all done with Zapier. That just goes, something happened over there, I'll make something happen over here. And I don't have to touch it. So again, something that happens without me having to do anything. That gets the job done.
Automation.
I love it, automation.
Oh, Siobhan, this has been wonderful and some real golden nuggets in there for us to all take away and think about how we want to value our time, I guess, in the end. Thank you so much for being involved in the book, and your chapter was so wonderful to read because it was heartfelt, and I appreciate that. So thank you for being involved in Volume 4 and in the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, please like the video and click the subscribe button for this channel for more inspiration. If you're a businesswoman looking for that community that will support you and lift you up, come and join the Shine On You Crazy Daisy membership, offering online networking, co-working, collaboration and monthly masterclasses to grow your knowledge. Go to thedaisychaingroup.com for more information. And for even more inspiration, please go to the link under the video and get your copy of the Shine On You Crazy Daisy series of books with inspirational and motivating stories from businesswomen around the world.